Time flies when you're having fun, and we have had a lot of fun bringing you the virtual Brandon Burlsworth football camps. This is our final day of camp this year, so campers, let's make the most of it. If you are watching on social media, please hit that share button now. I am Marty Burlsworth, and we are coming to you live from Harrison, Arkansas. Day 4. Yesterday, day 4, we had speed, agility, and conditioning. We also had some great quarterback training. And today, linebackers, today is your day. Also, we're going to have some offensive line drills and conditioning that you can do at home. Right now, we want to recognize and thank our sponsors for making these virtual camps possible. That would be Nike, Gatorade, Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, and Chick-fil-A. Okay, to start camp off today, we're going to check in with Coach Tommy Tice, who is at the Cash Center in Harrison. So let's send it out to Coach Tommy Tice.
Hey campers, it's day 5 of the virtual Burlsworth football camp. It's been a great week. But I tell you what, we got to finish strong. You know, it's that time of the week when you're getting sore and you're getting kind of tired and you lose your concentration. We're going to ask you to hang in there one more day with us. It's going to be a great day. We're going to finish up. We're going to get ready for next year when we're back out, hopefully outside and all together again. But if not, we'll do this again. We really appreciate having you and your parents and everybody that's helped out. These coaches have done a great job. And hey, Burlsworth football camp, do it the Burls way.
Thanks so much, Coach. Campers, Coach Tice really makes these camps happen. We would not know how to conduct the camps without him. And he was our speaker on day 4 and really had a great message. If you missed it, I would suggest you look it up on YouTube and you will not regret it. He really did a fantastic job. Okay, it's time to get started. And we're going to start out today with offensive line work. And this will be different than the offensive line position work we had earlier in camp. Grant Cook will be showing you some drills and workout routines that you can do this summer to get ready for the fall season. All right, as a Razorback, Grant played in the Liberty Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, and 2 Cotton Bowls. Campers, I know he is ready to start working with you, so we'll go to Fayetteville, Arkansas for Grant Cook.
Hey campers, Grant Cook here, former Razorback offensive lineman. Today I'm going to show you a couple of workouts that you can do at home that'll help you in your football game. So we're going to start with close grip push-ups, move to wide grip push-ups. We're going to do some Russian twists to help your core, and we're going to do some air squats to help your lower body. So we'll start with the close grip push-ups. This is going to help your triceps. So if you're pushing somebody off of you or shedding a tackler, it'll help you kind of with that upper body strength. So I'll demonstrate a couple of those now. All right, that focuses, like I said, on your triceps and your biceps. So going to wide grip push-ups, excuse the dogs here, we're doing these in our backyard just like a lot of you will. So we'll go to wide grip push-ups. That's going to focus more on your chest. That's also going to help you with that punching power as an offensive lineman or as a defensive lineman, like a one-handed jab to get the corner on an offensive lineman. So I'll show you a couple of those now. All right, now moving on to core, which is with the Russian twists. So, as a lot of people know, the core is the middle of the body. It's your abs, some of your hip muscles, and then it goes in through your back. That's the foundation for all of your strength, locking all those muscles in and making sure everything else is flowing from that. So I've just got a rock right here. Had it in the backyard. You can use anything. Grab your backpack, fill it up with books. Anything that's around the house. Also, you can just use your hands. Okay, I'll demonstrate a few Russian twists so you can see what I'm talking about. So you'll start with just grabbing your tool here. You're going to lean back, and you want to pull your feet up off the ground, and then you're going to twist. You're going to touch this rock to the ground each time you twist. And if you don't have a rock, like I said, use a backpack. Use something that you can do it with. Now, if you don't have anything, you can also just take your hands and touch your hip on either side. Now, you want the object is to keep your feet off the ground and keep a nice lean in your upper body. All right. The last thing we want to do here is air squats, right? So once again, if you've got a backpack, if you've got something like that, you can fill it full of books, put it on your back, add a little extra weight, and work your legs out a little bit more. So air squats, it's kind of like anything else you're going to do in football. Getting your athletic stance, feet shoulder width apart. All right, hip mobility is key here. It will help that will help with your explosiveness. It'll also help with your flexibility. Okay, so lower body is pivotal in playing football. So what you want to do? You want to go down. You want your butt to be parallel, right? Your legs to be parallel with your butt. I'll show you a couple from the side here. So when you're squatting down, you want your hamstrings to get to parallel. Hey everybody, Grant Cook and Austin Tate here, former Razorback football players. Today we're going to start out with one of the most important parts of the game, and that's your stance. So we'll start with the offensive line. With offensive line, you want to start with your feet shoulder width or maybe a little wider apart. You want to take the right or left foot depending on what side of the line you're playing on. So on the right side, you want to drop your right foot back. On the left side of the line, you want to drop your left foot back. You want to take that toe that's dropping on the foot that's dropping back and put it to the middle of your front foot. All right, see Austin's doing that there. So now you go back to shoulder width apart or maybe a little bit wider. Now you're just going to take your elbows and drop your elbows down to your top of your knees. From that point, you're just going to take that hand that correlates with your back foot and drop it straight down onto the ground. You don't want too much weight on that hand. You don't want too little weight on that hand, but you do want to be able to just pick it up and make sure that you're staying right there in the same spot. Austin will demonstrate that now. All right, moving over to the defensive side of the ball. Now, same as offensive line, you want your feet shoulder width apart, but maybe slightly more narrow than that. So you'll take that, whichever foot is on the outside of the defender, or excuse me, of the offender, and you're going to drop that foot back. But instead of it going to the middle of your foot, you want that toe to be toward your heel of your front foot. So you'll drop that back. Same as with the offensive line, you'll drop down to one knee, but you're going to put a little bit more weight out on that hand as you're going to explode off the ball a little faster than you would if you're an offensive lineman, maybe changing directions. So Austin will show you the explosion part here. Sit hut. Today we're going to do a little drill around pass pro that's beneficial for all offensive linemen, no matter the position that you play. Maybe it's tackle, maybe it's guard, maybe it's center. All you're going to need is a structure. I'm going to use the fence. You can use the side of the house or anything else that you've got in your yard that may have a little bit of resiliency to it. So when you punch it or throw your hands at it, that you don't end up knocking it down. Some of you may end up knocking your fence down regardless. So real quick, the objective here, I'll talk about pass protection and the position that you want to be in. So as we talked about with stance, feet shoulder width or slightly wider apart. You want whatever foot you have back, whether it's your left or your right foot, about halfway through your front foot. You also want to, you're going to go ahead and drop down and have a good bend in your knees and a good squat in your butt, okay? And then your posture on your upper body is if you had a pole coming straight through the top of your head and out the bottom of your rear, okay? So you want to be in this position. Now when it comes to your hands, you want your hands up, but you want it just underneath your chest and right at the top of your stomach, okay? So this is the position that you would want to be in pass protection. So I'm going to demonstrate the drill here. You want short, slow, choppy steps. About every third or fourth board, you're going to throw your hands out there and tap that fence, and you're focusing on hand quickness, but your feet are slow and methodical. You've got a lot of weight in those feet so that way you're not getting bull rushed or anything like that. So I'll show you that now. Good bend, good posture, hands at the under your chest and on top of your stomach, and you're just gonna come down the fence. So as you guys can see there, I'm not trying to knock the fence over. I'm going real slow. Until you get the mechanics of the movement down, I would suggest going at a little bit slower pace. It's not always about how fast you can get something done, but if you're getting it done correctly. So we're excited for all you guys to be here. We hope these drills help. And I promise you, if you take the time to focus on the details, it'll make you a better football player.
83%. Did you know that 83% of all learning in school is visual? Now imagine you're an 11-year-old child sitting in a classroom, unable to see the board, and your family can't afford glasses. Want to help? Now you can. This is Chuck Berry, and thanks to the Brandon Burlsworth Foundation's Eyes of a Champion program, children from all over Arkansas are being given the gift of sight. Log on to BrandonBurlsworth.org to see how you can help make a child's life brighter.
Okay, welcome back, campers. Folks, I can tell you one thing about the Eyes of a Champion program. It is one of the most important programs that the foundation does. It is a life changer. It's a game changer for children. We have this program in all 75 counties in the state of Arkansas. And when if you're watching out there outside the state of Arkansas, we're looking to bring this program nationwide. So keep that in mind and feel free to get in touch with us off our website, because we are really looking to bring that program out and help more kids nationwide. All right, Grant Cook did a great job working on the offensive line drills and condition. That was super, Grant. It's also really good to see Austin Tate, former Razorback and former Harrison Goblin. Austin Tate from right here in Harrison, Arkansas. I also like seeing the dogs. That was a nice touch. I like that, guys. Good job. Okay, it's time for a speaker. And we have a speaker today that is one of the most popular speakers we have every year at our camp. When we have Anthony Lucas at camp, if he's one of our speakers, everyone gets so much out of it. And I know we're going to see that today too. So what can I say? It's Anthony Lucas. Anthony just does an awesome job and just a super person. So let's go down to Little Rock, Arkansas for Anthony Lucas.
Hey guys, all right. This we come to the time now, the Brandon Burlsworth camp, where we talk about Brandon and the type of person that he was and how he stood out, and that's what I'm going to talk briefly about. Again, my name is Anthony Lucas. I played with Brandon throughout his career at Arkansas. I was Brandon's suite mate for this freshman year. So if you guys saw the movie Grader, a lot of things that went on in that movie, Grader, I wasn't that mean to Brandon. So I just want to start out to let you guys know that. Of course, though, what a great movie. The message for the movie, the message is phenomenal. Guys did a great job on film, and I'm just glad that I was a part of it. So yeah, I'm the Lucas guy in there that's playing the movie with Brandon. But Brandon was a phenomenal guy. I'm sure you guys have seen that movie. You guys probably have read the books and just heard so much about Brandon. Brandon brought us together. You know, of course, when he first came on campus, the coaches did tell him what you saw in the movie was that, Brandon, you'll never get a chance to play football in the SEC. You know, and Brandon didn't say much. He was just a real nice guy. Didn't say much. Brandon, what he did, he went to work, just like you saw in the movie. He went to work and did not let anything pull him down or let anybody distract him on his goals. He was just driven. He was a God-fearing person, and he treated everybody with respect. But he also had a lot to prove, and he did a great job of proving everybody wrong. His character was through the roof. I mean, I recall, you know, the Bible study scene, you know, bringing us together. At first, it was only maybe a couple guys, and then all of a sudden, it was more and more guys started coming to Bible study because of Brandon, because everybody wanted to be like Brandon because he did everything right, and everything that he did, he was being rewarded for it. And all of us wanted to be like Brandon, believe it or not. Brandon was a little different and strange, and his offensive lineman buddies could tell you he was different. But what a great guy who does everything the right way. And I love his slogan: "Do it the Burls way." That's the only way we knew. And the year when Coach Nutt came in, and he instilled in us in 1998, why can't we do it the Burls way? Brandon, he walks around the sidewalk. He does this, he does that. If we can have everybody on our football team doing it the Burls way and doing it the way Brandon carried himself as a person, as a football player, and as an individual, then we could be just like Brandon. So that really stuck out with us, and that was a hard year for us back in 1997 going into 98. But when Coach Nutt came in, it was a big turnaround, and he really brought us together. But Brandon was so special, guys. I mean, I remember my freshman year there when I asked to use his computer. He was kind of hesitant. I was his suite mate, and Brandon wanted me to use his computer because I didn't have a computer. We walked over to his room, Marvin Caston and I, to use his computer, and he was a little bit hesitant about letting us come over, but he kept everything like we moved. He had everything lined up on his desk, and we moved like a book or something. And he came over while we were typing the paper. I was typing the paper. He came over, and he slid his book back, back straight. He was just so detailed and so organized about everything. My message to you today is this: no matter what you do in life, treat people with respect. Don't worry about the way people treat you. You just be the better man or the better person, and you treat people with respect. Work extremely hard. Don't let anybody tell you can't do, can't be, or anything like that. Because Brandon is a living testimony. And if you haven't seen the movie, I encourage you guys to go watch the movie Greater. Be great to people. I don't even want to say be good. Be great to people. Just treat them nice. I mean, if you're in a hurry somewhere and you're walking into a store and you see an elderly person walking in front of you, don't run over that person, knock them down. You take a moment and pause, and you open the door for that elderly person. Those are just small things that I think that could help you be like a Brandon. We miss Brandon, but his legacy still lives on. Do it the Burls way, and watch how God do it his way for you. It's so simple. Your character will take you a very long ways. So if you feel like you need to have a self-check with your character, I encourage you right now, when you get off from hearing this video, campers, or whenever you continue to grow up in your life, make a change. It's never too late. Work on your character and do it the Burls way. Thank you guys for listening. Again, I'm Anthony Lucas. I want to encourage you guys to go out and watch the movie. And it's been a great virtual Brandon Burlsworth camp so far. Despite what's going on in the world, we still can achieve and do things right. All right? Do it the Burls way. Do it the Burls way. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks so much, Anthony. Great job, as always. All right, campers, we have 2 linebacker coaches for you today, and they are both originally from Missouri. His senior year, John Williamson was ranked the #1 linebacker in the state. He played during a very special time for the Hogs, with them winning 2 Southwest Conference championships. Now, he's originally from Missouri, but now makes his home in the Dallas, Texas area. I know he's excited to get started, so we're going to send it down to Dallas for John Williamson.
Hello, my name is John Williamson, and I'll be a part of your coaches for Burls Camp this year. Looking forward to a great day of camp. Let me introduce, we have Patrick, who's a linebacker here in the North Texas area. We have Godwin, linebacker in the North Texas area as well. And we have Foster Medley, who is also a linebacker for the middle school here in Lake Dallas, Texas. Now, we're going to go over some significant drills today that focus on body position, gathering your body, and exploding using your hips. And so the first drill we're going to focus on is really called the step drill. And at the University of Arkansas, my first day and all through our first station, every time we work, is on our steps. When you are a linebacker, you don't want to take false steps, which means stepping in the wrong direction. So This drill is called the step drill. I'm going to point a direction for the step to happen where the linebacker is supposed to step, and then it will step in this direction. Look at their body position. Chest is over their knees. Hands are in front. Good athletic stance. So we're going to go this direction. Boom. One step in that direction. We're going to go this direction. Boom. One step in that direction. Now, make sure you're not stepping too far. Small steps in that direction. Boom. And boom. Very good, gentlemen. Good job. The next area that we're going to focus on is we're going to focus on the box drill area. And in this area, we're going to work on shuffling, body position, and explosion. So we're going to start right here with Patrick. When I point the ball back, just good body position. He's going to shuffle backwards. Then he's going to shuffle across like a linebacker, sprint forward, and shuffle across again. Okay? Godwin's the same thing. Sit hike. Godwin's body position looks really good. Notice his chest over his knees. His eyes are forward. Shuffle and cross. There we go. All right, Foster, here we go. Set, pick, back. Good. Shuffle. Notice his body position. No matter how tall you are, you can have great body position. Look at that kid right there. Unbelievable. The next part of our shuffling drills is called the X Factor. Guys, we'll do the X Factor real quick. X Factor, guys, here we go. X Factor. So here we have Patrick in the back pedal. He's going to sprint forward. Opposite direction. Go back and come back to the opposite cone area right there. Perfect. Notice his body position was really good. Ready, Godwin? Back, shuffle. Sprint forward. Gather yourself backwards. Back, and all the way forward and through. Good catch. Good catch. You ready, Foster? Go. Shuffle. Sprint forward. Back pedal. And sprint all the way through again. Excellent. Now, one of the things you'll notice with all the guys, there's some slipping happening there. Because their body was in great position, they could recover quickly and still be a part of the football play. Okay? Now we're going to be setting up the next part of our little camp here today with our next skill. So we're going to focus on explosion, proper running with your knees, your hands, and accelerating for 5 yards. Okay? This drill right here is called tall, fall, and run. Tall, fall, and run. So we're all going to do it in one line. Ready? Stand tall, fall forward, accelerate. Notice how that they were in body position, their chest is over the knees, and they were accelerating through the end of the drill. Very good, guys. Very good. The last drill we're going to work on today is a great drill for linebackers. It's because of the name. It's called Search and Destroy. And so with this drill, we have the same line of stumps that we had used earlier with our box drill. We line them up as holes that represent when you're shuffling as a linebacker. I'll say set. Patrick's going to shuffle. I'm going to toss the ball in a place where I'll say ready, sit, look, shuffle, toss the ball at the hole. He accelerates to that ball, accelerates to that hole, explodes that hole, gathers his body position, and goes back again. You ready? Godwin's next. Ready, sit, look. Good for it. Good. Back. Very good. Notice, guys, it's not a speed drill as much, a body position drill. That's really what we're working on. All right, Foster, here we go. Work. Yes. Oh, very good. Guys, come on forward. Everybody give each other high fives. Come on. High fives all around. Welcome to the Burls camp. I'm telling you what, we're learning a lot of teamwork principles today. We're learning body position today. We learn that there's a right way to step when the ball's going, when the ball's coming. We learn there's a wrong way and a right way. We just want to thank you for being a part of the Burlsworth camp today. And remember, the Burls way always has attitude affected to effort. Hey, have a great day.
Attitude and effort. I like it. Great job, John. I know you love coaching the kids, and you do a great job with our campers every year. All right, campers and parents and grandparents, we're going to shift gears for just a couple of minutes and relive history. This is something that we do not have the opportunity to do at our traditional camps. Now, we have some TV coverage from 22 years ago covering Brandon being drafted into the NFL, and this, I don't know, this may be the first time it's been seen in at least its entirety since it originally aired. Now, I certainly do not want this footage to make you sad or make you wonder what could have been. Not at all. The thing is, these camps were Brandon's idea to begin with, and we're just carrying on his initial plans. And since we do have this unique opportunity, I thought it would be nice if we could all see and hear the man who gave us the vision for these camps 22 years ago.
Indianapolis takes Brandon Burlsworth, the guard from Arkansas.
Brandon Burlsworth found out about 3 minutes before you did that he was Indy bound.
I got a phone call from Indianapolis, telling me I was the newest member of the Indianapolis Colts.
Who looks a heck of a lot like Drew Carey.
He laughs like the rest of us at the Drew Carey comparisons. He prefers the ones the Colts use.
The scouting reports all say, like Steve McKinney. So if you can get another like that, we're real happy. We'll take all of the Steve McKinneys we can get.
A lot of people say good things like that, and that's all good, but you've got to prove yourself still, and that's the way I look at it.
The way the Colts look at it is that Burlsworth is a soon-to-be starter. Peyton Manning, their quarterback, needs protection, the kind Burlsworth provided for quarterback Clint Sterner at Arkansas. Burlsworth says it'll happen in time.
I talked to the offensive line coach, and he told me, that they definitely expect me to play, right away, and I think that they expect me to start at some point, and I think it's something that I'll have to work into through training camp.
As you can tell, Brandon is as peaceful and quiet as the town of Harrison, where he's from, here in northwest Arkansas. But his play speaks volumes on the field. He didn't allow a sack of quarterback Clint Sterner all of last season. He's hoping when he takes his game to the next level at Indianapolis, he'll do the same thing. Brian Stewart, today's THV Sports.
How bad do you want it? Real bad! How bad? Real bad! How bad? Real bad!
Hello, I'm David Baker, and it's my great privilege to serve as president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame here in Canton, Ohio. The story of Brandon Burlsworth's journey from a walk-on at Arkansas to the NFL just before his untimely death is now a movie called Greater. The movie premiered right here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's a story and a message of inspiration, which is exactly what we stand for here at the Hall. Commitment, integrity, courage, respect, and excellence. For us, and we believe for you, it is a Hall of Fame movie. I hope you and your family will see Greater soon.
Okay, campers, we have one coaching session left, and it's going to be a good one. Let me give you a word of warning, though. We are having a little video signal issue. I think it will clear up if you'll just bear with us. Okay, our final coach at the camp led the Razorbacks in tackles for 2 consecutive seasons and then was named consensus All-Southeastern Conference in 1995. Mark Smith is originally from Webb City, Missouri, but is coming to us today from Joplin, Missouri, and I believe Mark has a very able helper assisting him today. So, Mark Smith, it's all yours.
Hi guys, this is Mark Smith. I'm from Webb City, Missouri, and I've got my lovely daughter, Talon Shea Smith, with me. She's going to be helping me demonstrate a few things today. Just want to welcome you to the Brandon Burlsworth football camp this year, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about tackling and linebacker play. One of the things I think is really important about being a linebacker is you got to be able to run to the ball no matter where it is on the football field, and once you get there, you need to have a nasty attitude and tackle the ball carrier. Talking a little bit about football, one of the things I think it's the greatest sport in America, and the reason is because it's the only sport you get to hit somebody as hard as you want to, and you get rewarded for it. You do that kind of stuff at school, you get in trouble for it. You do it at home, your little brother or sister, you get in trouble for it. You do it in football, coach is going to pat you on the back and tell you great job. So today what we're going to talk to you about is fundamentals in tackling. We're going to talk about stance, we're going to talk about tracking, and we're going to talk about hawk tackling or shoulder tackling. So one of the most important things about being a linebacker is having a good stance. If you can get lined up right and be in a proper stance, that's probably the initial thing that you can do to put yourself in a successful position. So in order to do that, we'll talk about the proper stance. We'll talk about 4 things. The first thing would be your feet. The second thing is squeezing your shoulder blades back. And the third thing is sinking. Fourth thing is hands in the proper position. So in order to do this, I'm going to have Talon demonstrate. So the first thing is your feet. So you want your feet about shoulder width apart. Okay, and the reason that is you don't want them too narrow because you don't have a good base. You don't want them too wide because that puts you in a position where you have to take false steps. Okay, so feet shoulder width apart. The second thing is squeeze. You want your shoulder blades back. That brings your eyes up so you can see the entire field. Okay, the next thing is you're going to sink, and that puts you in a good position where you're already down, ready to move left or right. There's two V's. The first one is between the toe and the top or the bottom of the knee, and the second V is from the top of the knee to the shoulder. Okay, so that's a good athletic position. You're ready to move, you're ready to play linebacker, going around and hit people. And the third thing is hands. Okay, you don't want your hands on your knees. You're not ready to play when you're like that. So you want your hands in a good position, a nice comfortable position. You're comfortable, go ahead and stand up, and you're ready to go. And I think that's a very important thing, is just being in a good stance as a linebacker. Being a linebacker, you got to be able to pursue the ball no matter where it is on the field. And in order to do that, you have to take good angles and also have good keys and not be vulnerable to cutbacks. And in order to do that, we're going to do a drill where we're going to key the near hip of the ball carrier. It's called the run and gather drill. It's staying under control, but yet gaining ground on the ball carrier and tackling at the end. So Talon's going to be the ball carrier. I'll be the linebacker. Basically what I'm wanting to do is stay on her inside hips where she can't cut back and we lose leverage. Okay? Another thing I want to do is push her towards the sideline, staying on that inside hip, because in the history of football, the sideline has never missed a tackle. So use that to your advantage. Yep. Ready? Go. You're staying on the inside hip. When she breaks down, I'm breaking down. And then when I get here, I'm gaining ground, and I'm going to tackle, wrap up, and drive her back. So use the near hip, stay inside leverage, and don't lose contain. The biggest change that I've seen from coaching and a player's perspective with football is the way we tackle now. Now, we've made things a lot safer, but one of the things that doesn't change is you still want to take a lot of pride in being physical, but do it in a way that you're keeping you, your teammates, and your opponents safe. So I'm going to talk a little bit about hawk tackling or shoulder tackling. Different people will call it different things. But in order to demonstrate that, Talon's going to be the ball carrier. I'll be the tackler starting back here. So when we're going to our left, the offense is right. Okay, we want to tackle with, if we're going to the left, we want to tackle with our left shoulder. We want to keep our eyes up. We want to wrap up, eyes about thigh high, drive them 5 yards back. So in order to do this, we're going to go to a slow pace just to get our footwork down. Ready, go. I'm coming in. I want to keep my near foot down. Okay, left foot, left shoulder, eyes, and I'm going to tackle right here. And you can either go ahead and take them to the ground, driving them 5 yards back, or you can roll, okay? It's whatever you're most comfortable with. But in order to do that, it's repetition, repetition, repetition. Going to the left, you're tackling with the left shoulder. You want the left foot up, going to the right. We'll go ahead and do it going to our right. Same thing here. Okay, I'm coming in the right. I want eyes about thigh high. I want near foot up. Right shoulder is here, and I can go ahead and drive them back 5 yards, or I can go ahead and roll them down. It's whatever your coach decides to teach, but don't be nice when you get there. Still have an attitude and take pride in being physical. Hey campers, just want to say thank you. This is our first virtual camp, so hopefully you're getting some good coaching points out of this. I know Brandon was an offensive guy, but everybody knows defense wins championship. But do always remember the people that have high character like Burls did, and remember to always do it the Burls way. Hope to see you guys next year, and thank you for your time. Make sure you work hard for your coaches and do what's right, and be good to your parents.
Mark, you still sound like a linebacker. I guess that never goes away. Great job. Hey, great job by both the Smiths. All right, campers, I guess all good things must come to an end. And we're wrapping up the 2020 Brandon Burlsworth virtual football camps. But the good news is you can go back and watch all 5 days over and over again on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And I would suggest that you repeatedly review the camps to keep the things you have learned fresh on your mind. And hopefully next year we'll be able to have our traditional football camps, and our dates are June 4th and 5th of 2021, and we hope to see you there. Campers, let's be great to those around us and always put others before ourselves. You were built for greatness, and we know you can and will accomplish great things. Remember, we want you to dream big, work hard, and make your dreams come true. God bless.